For Pacifica Radio, I'm Scott Bamba. Russia declared the situation in the Kursk region a, quote, federal-level emergency and sent reinforcements there today, 4 days after hundreds of Ukrainian troops poured over the border in what appeared to be Kyiv's biggest attack on Russian soil since the war began. Little reliable information about the surprise Ukrainian operation has emerged, and its strategic aims are unclear. Ukrainian officials have refused to comment specifically about the incursion, but a top advisor to Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky said yesterday that border region attacks will cause Russia to, quote, start to realize that the war is slowly creeping inside of Russian territory. Meanwhile, a Russian plane-launched missile slammed into a Ukrainian shopping mall in the middle of the day, killing at least 10 people and wounding 35 others. This according to Ukrainian officials. The mall in Kostiantynivka in the eastern Donetsk region is located in the town's residential area. Donetsk regional head Vadim Falashkin said in a Telegram post, quote, this is another targeted attack on a crowded place, another act of terror by the Russians. Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate are campaigning in Arizona today as the latest stop on their tour of battleground states. The Arizona swing is especially significant because Harris passed over the state's junior senator, Mark Kelly, in favor of Minnesota Governor Tim Walz to be her running mate. That may cost her a handful of votes in a state that President Joe Biden won by fewer than 11,000 votes in 2020. But the state is also chock full of Midwesterners who may warm to Walz. And Democrats say the same energy that's greeted Harris at earlier stops on her battleground tour is present in Arizona. Yesterday, Harris and Walz appeared at a Detroit area union hall, reaffirming their support for organized labor. They spoke to about 100 United Auto Worker members at Local 900 Hall, which represents Ford's Michigan assembly plant. Harris proclaimed that it was, quote, good to be in the House of Labor, and praised the achievements of unions in the country.
Even if you're not a member of a union, you better thank unions. Vacation time. So I'm here to say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to the sisters and brothers of UAW for all you are and all we will do over these next 89 days.
Authorities say Debbie's death toll rose to 8 today with the death of a 78-year-old woman when a tree fell on her home. The storm's final chapter involves moving north and northeast from the Carolinas at a faster clip, with soaking rains, flash flooding, and the threat of tornadoes into the weekend. AccuWeather's chief meteorologist John Porter said the mid-Atlantic states and parts of New York and New England will see significant rainfall that could cause dangerous flooding into the weekend. The South Carolina town of Moncks Corner was hit early today by flash flooding. From eastern Virginia up to Vermont, an active stretch of tornadoes is also possible today. Tornadoes spawned by Debbie leveled homes, damaged a school, and killed one person earlier in the week. The tropical storm was downgraded to a tropical depression yesterday. California Governor Gavin Newsom has threatened to cut state funding to local governments that refuse to clean up homeless encampments. Donna Warder reports.
California Governor Gavin Newsom joined the California Department of Transportation Thursday to clear encampment sites in Los Angeles.
I'm here on behalf of 40 million Californians that are fed up. I'm here because I'm one of them. I want to see results.
Newsom says he'll start taking away funding from cities and counties that are not doing enough to move people out of encampments and into shelter.
We're done with the excuses. And the last big excuse was, well, the courts are saying we can't do anything. Well, that's no longer the case. So we had a simple executive order. Do your job.
Newsom's executive order came after the U.S. Supreme Court overturned a lower court ruling that said governments could not force people to leave encampments if there weren't any shelter beds available. California has roughly 1/3 of the nation's homeless people. I'm Donna Warder.
California's largest wildfire so far this year continues to chew through timber in very hot and dry weather. The Park Fire has scorched more than 660 square miles since erupting July 24th near the Sacramento Valley city of Chico and burning northward up the western flank of the Sierra Nevadas. Containment remains at 34% as of this morning. The conflagration's early explosive growth quickly made it California's fourth largest wildfire on record. The latest assessments show 636 structures destroyed and 49 damaged. To the south, a new blaze that began this week called the Crozier Fire grew to twice its size overnight, spreading to more than 2 square miles of El Dorado County forest. CAL FIRE said that fire is burning in a remote part of the forest within heavy timber, thick brush, and difficult access, and that the hot daytime temperatures, gusty winds, and low humidities are causing elevated fire activity. I'm Scott Baba for Pacifica Radio.